We are now live. All right, so this is going to be interesting. I know this chat room isn't even filled yet or anyone's in here at all, but I figured I would try out the new Instream. I have it right over here. You guys can't see it because it's off camera, but this thing right here, I am giving it a shot. What's going on? Jeffrey Bates, Little Ring Finger, Gabrielle, I'm sorry. See, I already messed up, Gabrielle. So this is the YoloLiv Instream. It was sent to me to give it a shot, and it's a pretty clever device. This is not a review. This is a test flight. I mean, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm really going for it here. You can do a bunch of cool stuff with, okay, let's explain what's going on here. So right now I have a camera, a Nikon Z6 II plugged into this thing. I also have a laptop plugged into this thing, so I can switch to that so you can see something, or I can actually switch into a picture-in-a-picture so I can be like, look at my YouTube channel, check it out, blah, 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 and then take that away if I wanted to. I can also throw in some graphics like bada bing, I got myself a title here, I can throw myself a watermark over here, and I can duck and weave between my guests. And I also have a monitor going out there. So I figured, let's try this as a real test just to see what's going on. Let me know how it sounds. Let me know if the image seems clean to you guys. If it doesn't seem better than a phone to you, let me know what's going on. Hit me up in those comments right now, or the chat, I should say. What's cool is you really are able to do a lot with this. What just happened now? I already screwed up. You see this? Okay, cool. Let me know how it sounds. Let me know how it looks. Let me know if you guys have any issues with what's going on here. I'm thinking I'm going to take off that because it's taking a It's good, right? So what's really cool about this is you're able to put all these devices into this as inputs. And normally what happens when you try to do this with like a software base for Instagram, it can flag your account because Instagram is sensing a ton of data surge coming from your account going, wait a second, are you hacking our API? What this thing is, it's image and sound are crisp. Awesome. Awesome. So I think there's a heavy delay on it though. What this thing is basically is a switcher, an encoder, and it's running on Android operating system. So it's basically taking all these signals I'm putting into it, and it is making, it's actually running straight to Instagram as if it is a phone camera. So it's actually kind of fooling it into making Instagram think this is just a camera. So I thought this was pretty good so that when we jump on this platform, yo, Richie's in the chat, now it's a party. But I figured I can do a demo where we shoot. You guys can see the tether. I can, you can scroll around and, in real time have a feed. Of course, this is a vertical format. Of course, it is Instagram, so the screen is going to get crammed pretty quickly. But I think it's pretty cool. And then I can just switch in and out of things as I want. This also means I could probably, I don't know yet, I got to try it, put something like an ATEM mini switcher in between my sources and this Instream YoloLiv box. Meaning I can have a hardware switcher and have 4 inputs flying into this into one input. Not bad, right? So it's pretty interesting. I don't know. Let me see. What I'm really digging about this is I'm able to put an HDMI output. So I'm looking at a 24-inch screen with you guys on it. So I'm able to read all your comments, all your questions. So I figured I would make this and ask me anything if you guys want. We can kind of hang out and just do that for a bit. There is also the ability to record this while I'm live. I'm not doing that right now, but there is an SD card slot to enable for a memory card for that type of media. So you're able to just not worry about onboard memory. It also has a battery. So if you're someone that's always out there and doing like conventions, or you stream a lot and you just want to take a small kit, you can do that with this. I am running it into USB-C power so that it's constantly getting fed power, but you can just run it off of the battery. I do find the battery quickly goes down. I mean, it's crunching a lot of data, so it makes sense, So this does log on to Instagram natively. So it's actually running. It's basically like running an Android phone. It just happens to have a switcher, an encoder, and you can preload graphics, as you can see right here. I'm the worst at this. I would be the worst weatherman on the world. I also can monitor my sound. So let's say I have a producer, right? Someone off screen that's working this. I can just put in some headphones and hear myself. I'm actually hearing myself right now. So you can monitor the audio and someone else can do the switching, which is awesome. This thing is called the YoloLiv Instream, and I'm testing it out here at the Adorama Streamlab because I'm kind of considering installing it into here because I kind of want to get back on to doing Instagram lives. And here's the mad scientist part. You ready? This Nikon Z6 II you're looking at me on is connected to a Hollyland Mars 300. That is a wireless HDMI. So technically, I could have someone grab this camera and walk around with me and it will wirelessly send it into this because I'm using a wireless HDMI sling system here. So not bad, right? Isn't vid from Android worse on Insta than video from iPhone? Well, this isn't running a camera. I'm giving it the camera. So you're looking at it. You can actually set the bit rate. I'm at 6,000 bits right now. So, you know, I think it's doing pretty good. I don't want to push it because I feel like that's when Instagram's going to be like, what are you doing on our platform? So I don't know. It's a really interesting idea. There are some hardcore quirks with this. There has been plenty of times that I have had to restart it because it got stuck on something or it froze on something else. So I don't know yet. It's cool, it's clever, but you could also tell that it was kind of like mashed together a little bit. They sent this to me. It is not a sponsorship. They did not pay me. They can't tell me what I can say about this device. So I figured I would give it a shot. It's also something I've been searching for something to be able to just handle doing a stream to Instagram or TikTok and now Zoom. So that's the three things they have so far is Instagram, TikTok, Zoom, which is pretty great, right? Because you can do a Zoom call with this and, you know, you can have guests on and things like that right through here. And you can live stream from Zoom itself. Not bad, right? So this is a really interesting device. I'm kind of feeling it. It basically feels like an Adams. I would swing it around, but I'd probably rip all the cables off. It's just a screen. It's just a touch screen. So I can actually go into the overlays and put in this Ask Me Anything graphic if you want. So I don't know. I thought I would give it a shot and just see how it's going. My plan with this is to go live on my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, go live for the BTS of it. And then also go live on Instagram so that you can get it in real time. So you can check out my Instagram while we're live and then check out the YouTube for the BTS of what it's actually doing. Not a bad idea, I think. So you let me know if you guys are into that. But if you guys have any questions about anything, if you want to get into any photo nerd stuff, we can totally do that. I did a 3-hour live stream last night on my own channel, which I decided not to keep up after a certain amount of time, but we did it. So can I actually hit wave? Can I wave at you guys? I can wave at you guys from this because you're actually running the actual Instagram app itself. It's just basically telling Instagram that all of this is your camera phone. So not bad, right? Whoa, redheaded witch, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. So yeah, I think this is pretty neat. I am curious where they're going to go with this because since I've had it, they've already had an update for it and they've added some things. They are talking about adding GIF animation so that you can like put this up and it'll actually animate itself when you put it up instead of it blinking on and off. I would like to see opacity settings for these graphics. I would like to make my watermark like less opacity instead of me having to do it before I put it on here. Super fast gestures look a little wonky. Yeah, I bet it does. I bet it looks a little wonky. I mean, it's encoding for Instagram, you know. You can only go so far, right? Your streams are only going to look as clean and sound as clean as the weakest link, and sometimes that's the platform itself. If you ask me, things like Facebook, their live stream interface is so, it kills me. I just watch quality of video just destroy itself right there. This is called YoloLiv, YOLO, L-I-V. I know, but it's the Instream box. So I'm looking at it. We found it at NAB in Vegas, and I was like, huh, that's really interesting. And then when I really broke down what it was, it seems very, very clever. I dig it. It's just, there's quirks to it, which I completely expected. But I mean, I can have a zoom lens going on here, right? Like I can just use any camera I want and just send it out to you guys. So you're really looking at a system that's just being able to put it all in there. And again, I'm gonna try it with an A10 mini so I can put 4 inputs into one HDMI here. So this will be my switcher instead of this being my switcher. And then the funnest part is that I can HDMI out of this box into a screen, and I'm looking at you guys the size of this screen. I can read all your comments instead of, how many times have you seen an Instagram live and they're looking like this, they're like, oh yeah, that's true, yeah, my favorite color is blue, you know, something like that. Like, it's kind of interesting that we're able to do this. It's kind of interesting that that Instagram hasn't like come down on this company. I don't know if they will, but let's be real. I mean, a lot of people are using their platforms and they want to be able to really use them to another level. And this is where it comes into play. I mean, the fact that I can do a demo with you guys, right? For example, we can have a lighting setup here and I can just be like, click, 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 bing, bing, bing. Here's the shot, right? And be like, hey, here's my lighting setup. We're shooting over here. I got a lav mic on. You can follow. My audio never changes. You guys are watching the shots as I tether. You know, you're seeing a picture in picture, and then when I want, boom, it goes away. We're back to this. So pretty cool, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's too much. I don't know. You let me know. Is this something you would find worthwhile? I know the format's a little weird because we're on vertical video, right? And there's only so much screen real estate, and you guys are literally on the screen itself. So it's hard to do something like this and then have it all blocked by your comments. But I mean, this is where we're at, right? Especially with TikTok taking so much of the social attention right now, which I'm not the biggest TikTok fan at all. I mean, I'm not shy about that. But I think that there's something to be said for this type of ability while you're on a platform like this. So not bad. You know, a lot of the times what we do is we just put a lav mic into an iPhone and they were stuck with whatever this phone is. You can't do a picture-in-picture. And a lot of times I did a demo in order to show the tether. It would literally be someone's camera phone going right up to my screen, and it would look awful because it's a picture of a screen through garbage encoding and all this stuff, right? But here I'm able to just, bing, pop up my screen and show you guys what I'm doing, which is pretty rad. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Give me an idea of your thoughts on this. Is it too much? Is it overkill? Do you hate this platform? Is this not the platform to do something like this in? Let me know, because I'm telling you, this is a very, very interesting ability to have. The question is, does the platform hold enough weight for me to do this, right? I mean, let's say I was showing you guys something and I needed an overhead to show you what my hands are doing. I could just cut to that overhead because it's a switcher. Price is a little up there. We're talking north of $1,000 US. So it's an investment, but it's also a recorder. It's a streaming device, an encoder. It records, encodes, switches, audio interface, graphic interface, SD card slot, HDMI out, Ethernet port, USB power. You know, it's doing a lot. So, and I understand that's a big commitment if you were looking at this, but if you're someone whose primary audience is TikTok, I kind of understand it. If you're someone like me whose primary audience is Instagram, this isn't bad. I just think this wouldn't be the end all because of the format. You know, it's a little weird. Let me know what you guys think, because I think I'd like to do this on Adoramas. I would love to have this ability on max video quality of in-device video recording. I think, what are we looking at here? Watch me ruin this stream by this. I don't know all the details now. I'm literally just test flight on this thing. Let me see. Recording limits. Okay, so we have unlimited recording at least. Storage settings, that's not what I'm looking for. We are looking for video settings. Local video. Video out settings. Nope, that's program. Portable storage, local video switching. I think you're pretty much going to be at whatever you feed into this thing. And I have 1080 going into it right now, not 4K. So maybe that's that. Hey, what's up, Raul? Video settings, low video switching, switching control, local video switching, no. What I should do is show you guys if I can output this screen itself to the stream when I do it for real. Maybe that's something I'll do. Encoding settings. So 24 frames per second is what we're on right now. I think the max is 30. You're looking at CBR, CQ, or VBR as far as your encoding goes. And I'm at 6,000 kilobits per second right now. What's up, William? How you doing? can you show us the box? So that's gonna be tough, I think, because I got so many cables going into this thing. So you're looking at, you know, what I'm able to just switch around to things. Let me see if I can zoom in, like physically zoom in. But I can go like this, and now I'm looking at the stream full, or I can shrink it down, go into my switch, right? I can put in I can switch from different things. I can take out graphics, put graphics back in, right? Add graphics. You can even add in video files. Like when you say add video source, you can actually put in local video 1 and 2 from the memory card. So if you have a video clip you want to play, you can just let it play and put it in as its own input. You have a USB input if you want to put a webcam in there, which I think is kind of defeating the purpose of this. I don't recommend that. And you can also do multiple views on one screen. So 3 inputs on one screen at a time, which I don't think is too useful. I'd rather set my own picture-in-picture, which I did, right? So it's kind of cool that you can even do all this kind of stuff and put the picture-in-picture. And remember, I'm using like an actual camera, so I can just use the zoom lens itself. You know, I'm not at the mercy of having a phone. This is the YoloLiv Instream. I'm giving it a test flight. They sent it to me. All the way from China, they sent it to me. So they're sleeping right now, I'll tell you that. But I figured I would give it a shot. Abs says he needs everything. Anything that I use, this guy's like, I need that. I need it. But what I'm really enjoying about this, honestly, is that I am able to output it to a large screen, and I'm just looking at the stream like this. Like no more being married to a phone, like staring at it or looking like this on my stream because I have to like read the tiny little letters. No, I'm able to, and I have autofocus on this camera that is following me, right? I mean, the Z6 II is I love, this camera has been great. It's really been great. Will you be showing Dan how to use it? No, I will not, because Dan's gonna look at that and go like, that's how Dan's gonna do it. The quality seems pretty good. The audio seems pretty great. You have a full audio mixer in this thing. You also have a mic in and a line in if you wanted to. However, because most cameras have a delay between the audio and video, I put the mic directly into the camera and I'm slinging the audio through the camera so it's always married and in sync, you know? So, but I think, you know, if you have a massive audience or your main audience or the way you engage with people is through a platform like this, you're going to want to invest into something that gets you an elevated production so you can have more options as a creator. And that's what it is. Feels like the refresher frame rates are a little slow. Okay, so maybe, let me see something. Let me see if I can change the frame rate. Hang on. Hang on, boobies. Let me see. So I'm at 24 frames. I'm going to go to 25 frames. This actually might be set to, this camera might be set to 25 actually. Let me check. What did I do here? Yep, this is actually set to 25 frames. So now I have this set to 25 frames. Maybe it'll even out a little bit. Yo, what's up, Brad? How you doing, man? Cruel Mistress 01. Welcome. So this again, I'm just testing out this box right here. It's cool, but I mean, you are hooking up a ton of stuff. It's also battery. If you needed to have it on the road and you didn't have anywhere to plug it in, you can use it. I am roughly seeing about an hour of battery out of it, if that means anything to you. And again, if you are all set up in this thing, you just hit on and go and you're ready to rock, you know? I'm not looking for stream keys. I don't have to copy and paste anything. This thing runs Android natively, so it's almost acting to Instagram like it is a phone, so then Instagram doesn't get freaked out that I'm shoving a ton of data over to Instagram and I get flagged, you know? Does that make sense? Because if you do, all right, take care, Raul. It is USB-C power. I'm running it out of USB-C power right now. It seems to be doing fine. Nothing's getting, there's no like, it's not, ooh, wait. Does this have active cooling? I think there's a fan in there because this thing is vibrating. So if it's active cool, then I got no problems at all, really. It's not gonna overheat on me. This is great. What's up from Sweden? How's it going? Altablas. Oh man, I'm never gonna say that right. Atlabazi? I'm not even gonna try. I am so American, dude. Does it have PD charging? I don't know. You charge it straight from the USB-C ports, and that's basically it. You know, so you're not gonna have to find a battery. But I do wonder later on down the line if the battery goes out, do I lose the whole unit because it's an inboard battery? Like I can't swap it out. I might have liked to have seen a version of this where I could use maybe Sony batteries or Canon batteries, like an Adamus, it just in case. And I could also swap them out on the fly, as opposed to if this thing loses power, I lose power completely and that's it. You know, if you had a battery you could remove, you can just keep swapping them in and out. So that might be a little weird if this thing, like I can't vouch for the longevity of this product because I've only had it for 5 seconds. If that makes any sense. So if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And because I'm running the app natively, I think I can actually pull up question stickers. Oh, you can pull up question stickers. So do you log in with the device itself? Yes, because this is basically acting like a cell phone with 3 apps: Instagram, TikTok, Zoom. You have those 3. And they say they're going to keep on adding more and more applications to this. And just so you know, when I got this, it wasn't running Zoom. I did a firmware update via Wi-Fi, no plugging in, via the connection I have set up. It was able to update, and then all of a sudden I had Zoom. So pretty good. Oh, Brad, stay safe, man. You can connect through Wi-Fi, or what I'm doing is Ethernet right now. So, but it's totally Wi-Fi. I mean, it's not data. It's not LTE. It's not cellular data or anything like that. So it seems pretty cool. I'm kind of feeling it. You know, what about using the small rig batteries for powering this thing? If it will, you know, if you want to run it through USB-C, probably. You know, I can't speak to it. I have not tried it, but you know, it's something that is definitely a question, right? Can you just carry other batteries? Can you use a power bank? I don't know. And a power bank is basically just a fancy battery, right? So I don't know. As of right now, I can say the onboard battery seems to burn pretty quickly. I'm looking at about an hour. And keep in mind, if you're setting it up, you're eating like 15, 20 minutes of that battery just setting up, right? So depending on how long you want to go for, Instagram has a max live stream of 1 hour. So, you know, think about that as well. Catch Our Breath has joined us. Now it's a party. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let me know. I just like that I'm basically using the straight up Instagram interface, because every other way of doing this has been another interface that happens to be going to Instagram. This is Instagram native. I mean, you have all the options here. Oh, I wonder what happens if I switch the camera around. Let's see what happens. Nothing? Nothing changed when I swapped the camera around. Okay, well, now we know. All right. That would have been interesting if it like went to something else as a switcher. But yeah, I mean, you know, you're going to want to load this thing up with the graphics you want. You know, you're going to want to load this thing up with the picture-in-picture that setup that you're going to want. So, you know, let me see if I can get to the graphics. Pop the graphics on and off. Bop, 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 bop. But for me, I think I'm probably going to be doing stuff like this as much as I can, where I do a picture-in-picture so that I can show something I'm talking about. You can also do green screen. I totally forgot about that. You can Chroma Key yourself on this. It actually does let you do that with a video setting. So if you have a green screen, or if you want to try to Chroma Key something else out, you can do that on this app, on this directly, which is really interesting as well, because we all know how much people love the green screen. Lagos, Nigeria, welcome. Welcome to New York. So the other thing is, if it's doing an HDMI out, it can actually record this screen exactly the way you guys are looking at it as a program out, or it can record, like I can actually send this into some sort of recording as a video out. Pretty cool. This logo is in PNG. So yeah, transparency, it's a PNG 8. So I just made that really quickly on a computer, threw it onto the memory card, because this has a, oh, that's the other thing. It comes with a 32 gig SD card. So not bad, right? They do load the SD card with a bunch of like stock stuff, which I don't think anyone will ever use, but you know, it's an option. And you know, you're just, I think once you get this thing set up, I feel like it's one of those things you really move into. You get your graphics, you get everything going, and you just kind of like go for it. It's a very low pressure, environment when you're live on Instagram, right? So that's kind of where we're at right now. So yeah, if you guys, if you have any questions, not even just about this, if you want to get into any photo nerd stuff, we just had a lot of releases. The Sony a7R5, the X-T5 from Fujifilm, the Canon R6 Mark II, the OM5 from Olympus, the 600mm f4 VRTC S from Nikon, the 3.0 firmware for the Z9, the 135 f1.8 for the Canon RF mount. I mean, we've had a ton of releases so far, and they're not stopping. There's more coming. I can't talk about it, obviously, but if you guys want to get into anything as far as that goes, let me know. But other than that, I just wanted to give this a shot, and actually, let me see what this... Yeah, I can actually... the audio doesn't sound too bad. I even have the air conditioning on because here in New York, it is like summer. But other than the air conditioning, it sounds pretty good. Not bad, not bad. I'll say one thing I wish it had was quarter 20s on the top and bottom as opposed to the side, because as you can tell, I'm running this thing like sideways out of a C-stand when I should be able to just like park it vertically if I'm going to be using it vertically. Why would I want to mount from the side? It's so weird that it does that, but it is what it is. So I think that was a miss. I think they could have used another quarter 20 on either side here. And I would have rather have had another HDMI port rather than a USB. So you have two HDMIs in, a USB in, an HDMI out, and a USB-C out. A USB-C, which is only for power. The USB-C does nothing but power delivery. So there is no data transfer on that. What's up, Ivan? Been a while, bro. Hope you're good. And then you have the line in if you want to do an audio interface. You have the microphone in, which you can do direct. Again, I'm doing the microphone right to the camera, so it's coming in through HDMI. And you have SD memory where you can store all your graphics, video files, all sorts of stuff. And you can record to the SD card itself. So whatever your stream is, you'll have a recording of it there if you wanted it. So I'm kind of feeling it, man. I don't know. What do you guys think about this? It's definitely not for everyone, and it's definitely kind of niche, I should say. But it's an option, and it's cool that you can pull up question stickers if you guys wanted to, because, well, it's Instagram. You know, it's not a different interface. I'm using Instagram straight up. Not bad. I'm kind of feeling it. It does have its quirks. It does have a little bit of bugginess to it, but they seem to have been putting out firmware updates more and more and more. I mean, I can't tell you what version this is up to, but there's been 2 updates since I've had it in my hands. So that's, they're looking at it. They're trying to make this something. I think I would probably put something here like a big giant sticker with my logo on it or something, so I don't have like this hanging out here. If I don't like it, I can return it, they said. So, but I think it's a clever device. It really is. And I can't think of anything off the top of my head that does this, switches, encodes, records, and goes to a vertical format platform without flagging Instagram or runs Instagram, right? Like this actually is running Android with actual Instagram on it. I can't think of anything else that does that. If you guys know of something else, please let me know. But that's the thing that's so clever about it, is they basically made a non-cell phone here, right? They made a production cell phone, if you want to talk about it like that. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube about it. I think Aaron Parecki has probably my favorite video on it is from Aaron Parecki. SIM card. It does have a SIM card slot. It does. I'm not really sure what you would do with that, though. I'm not a SIM card guy, but it does have SD cards. So kind of cool. And again, I can just be like this, and then I could actually, if I wanted to, just start playing one of my videos, right? I could just go over here and be like, hey, we're going to go do this. And if I make it full screen, then check that out. You guys are watching one of my videos now while I talk over it. Or I could do this, or I could do this, and you guys are watching one of my videos. while I'm talking about it. And we can do ba 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 ba. Pretty rad, you know what I mean? So if you wanted to, you get pre-recorded media on the SD card to pull up, or I'm just running a laptop as the second HDMI input and running it like this, you know? Not bad. So I think it's pretty dope. So I can just run like a trailer while I'm talking over it. If I have something to promote, I can put in a video and start talking over it like this. You know, pretty rad. I think it's a very interesting tool that I think you'll find more and more uses for it as you go forward. Any questions, guys? Anything you guys want to talk about while you got me? All right. Dave Mills photo, welcome. James Conlon, welcome. Can you play the video, but does the video work without audio? That I don't know. I don't know. Well, this I can, if I wanted to, I could probably make this audio work because it's an HDMI signal. The video file, I'd have to load a video file on the SD card and give it a shot and see where it's at. What's your favorite film simulation on Fuji cameras? A lot of people like Eterna and stuff, but if I had to pick something, I actually like Acros with a plus on the yellow filter for black and white. And then I just usually shoot straight up Provia standard. Velvia is cool. Sometimes it's too punchy for everything. There's classic negative that I like a lot, or classics chrome, I think is a really nice tone. But I'm not really one for those kind of, I really strive for like accurate color while I'm shooting to camera, and if I'm going to do some color grading, I'll do it afterwards, but that's kind of where I'm at with the Fuji cameras. And the X-T5, man, I mean, if anybody's been looking at the XT series and said, man, if I could just get some more resolution, you now have the Fujifilm X-T5 out there for 40 megapixels. This is a video that you're watching right now that is for the Manfrotto Halo, which is one of my favorite things that's been put out in the last few years. But I mean, look how bananas this is. I mean, you're literally watching one of my videos. I could be doing a play-by-play, being like, yeah, I wanted to show you guys how to break it down because there's some tricks to it that's really cool that I don't think people realize, and blah, 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 blah. I think the only thing I can't do really is throw like a link in here for something for you guys, you know? But it gives you the full capability of the Instagram app straight up. I mean, you can't hate. You can't hate on it. You trying to be quiet over there, Spencer? Yeah. I appreciate the consideration. All right. Well, I don't know. I just figured this was something pretty cool to check out. I figured it was something that I would really like to. Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to do like a video on it regardless. But yeah, not bad. Pretty rad. Is what it is. And I mean, you could even get really creative with the graphics, and you can, you know, pull up questions for your audience and just keep on banging through those graphics one after another and have a conversation going and stuff like that. Not bad. Or you can throw out, you know, a link on those graphics and someone can manually type it in. Or maybe, which I don't know if it would make sense, but you can make a graphic that's a QR code and pull it up, and then someone could actually grab it that way if they're watching it on desktop, you know, something like that. So there's a lot you can do with this if you just open up your head to it, because it gives you so much capability on a platform we don't really have too much flexibility on outside of using just the phone. So this is pretty rad. I'm into it. I think we'll have to give this a shot on Adorama's Instagram, try to do some demos, maybe have someone follow with the camera. I don't know. And again, because I'm using a camera, I can do things like actually zoom. Hey, look at me. I'm zooming. I'm zooming. Now I'm not. Right? So, pretty rad. All right. Well, you guys are pretty quiet. This is the YoloLiv Instream. They sent it to me, and they wanted me to give it a shot, so here I am giving it a shot. They are not paying me. There is no sponsorship here. They do not get to say a say over what I say about it. They're really proud of it. They really are. I mean, and I get it. I mean, I can't think of anything that does what this does without getting your account at risk from Instagram flagging it from a data surge. This thing is basically running Android, so it's basically taking all these inputs, two HDMIs and audio and all this stuff that I'm able to switch between, and it's making it into one signal out to Instagram. So you guys can see a picture-in-picture of one of my videos. You know, we're just shooting on the street, right? And I'm talking about it, and you're actually looking at one of my videos while I talk about it, or I could do a tether and shoot a demo and show you guys some lighting tips and stuff and show you in real time a tether. You know, it's no longer like a camera phone up to a screen. Pretty rad. I mean, it's pretty cool that you can do this, you know? So I'm on a mission to make Insta fun again. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Everybody's over on TikTok burning their brain cells away. IQ points are lost every minute that people are on TikTok. It's killing me, but it's what we live on, you know? I used to really enjoy Instagram Lives, and it just seems like the platform's struggling because so many people just aren't feeling the platform anymore, you know? And I get it. It's basically turned into a shopping network with videos and ads everywhere, you know? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Have you experienced any noticeable lag? You know, you tell me if you notice lag. It's definitely got a delay on it, without a doubt. You can go live on TikTok with this. TikTok, Instagram, and Zoom, and they're adding more apps onto this every time they do an update, apparently. So there's, I'm curious what they're going to also add to this. I don't know what else you would go live on. Twitter, maybe? Some accounts can go live on Twitter. I have not committed to TikTok. A lot of people are on TikTok. I feel like it is just empty numbers. I feel like TikTok is this explosion of people feeling they're getting engagement. For me, it's very, I just can't get into the platform. I've had a hard time engaging on that platform. The cost of this, it's north of $1,000 US. It's not a toy. I'll put it that way. But it's doing a lot, and I understand. It is a full touch screen with multiple HDMI inputs, a USB input, Ethernet, a battery on board, USB power. I mean, you're talking about a streamer, an encoder, a switcher, right? All in one, and it can record your video while you're doing it to the SD card, and you can load that SD card up with all sorts of graphics like this. They got stock stuff like thirds, you know? No, TikTok, for me, my major problem with TikTok is I feel like junk after it. I'm like, you go through it and everything is so short and fast in your face that depending on the mood and the pace and the tone of whatever the content is, you're switching so fast that my brain just feels like, what did I just go through? Something funny, something not, and all this stupid dance and the people just making useless content out of templates, right? Like they're lip syncing or lip mouthing scenes from things, and it's supposed to be funny, and I just don't see it, you know? So for me, I just can't get into it. Hey, what's up, D? So this is a pretty cool little gadget. I'm into it. I'm feeling it. I mean, you know, I'm able to feed other things onto this. Alibaba ads every 2 videos. Is it really? I guess they feed you the video, the ads that they think you would want, right? So, I don't know. They tell me the more you use it, the more it'll tailor itself to whatever you want. But I'm like, I don't know. I really don't want to spend time on it. I'm trying out this YoloLiv Instream box. It allows me to do a bunch of stuff like this, and I can switch in between HDMI feeds, and it's a lot of fun. So I can take away that. I can give you guys just the video and still talk over it. I can, oh, is this playing audio? No. I can come back to this. I can take away some graphics, put them back on, and I'm able to run right to Instagram with this, which means I can wave at you guys. I can pull up question stickers from you guys. Everything that you can do on Instagram, you can do on here because you're actually in Instagram. It's basically taking this switcher and making it all into a virtual camera for Instagram, you know? So you could use it to record content, then post it whenever. You wouldn't have to go live. Yeah, actually, but yeah, I guess if that's the method you want to go about with it, yeah, sure. You could just do the switching and record and make something here natively and then post it later, I guess, if you want to upload it as a reel or an IGTV thing or something like that. Judy Zax, what? So I think what's cool is just being able to do stuff like this where I can just, you know, share something, talk about it. It's just another platform to elevate here. So, you know, you're able to share some things you're doing. You can show articles or show media that you want to talk about instead of doing that junky green screen stuff that they're doing over on TikTok or whatever, which you actually can do. You can do Chroma Key on this thing, which is really interesting. So there's that. This, yeah, it could be a game changer for streaming to IG. I don't know anything else that does this that isn't a software base, which boosts up the data that gets sent to Instagram, and then Instagram flags your account and will it can ban you. They can shut your account over, game over. No matter how long you've had that profile for, it could totally just shut it down, you know? Let me ask you guys something. When you're watching this, are you able to turn off the chat? If you tap the chat or something, does it go away for you? So that you can see the lower part without seeing all the words on it? I'm curious if you guys can get a clean view of the video without the chat overlaying over something. I don't know. Yeah, well, you mean yellow duck, not rubber duck, right? Yellow duck. But yeah. No, you can't. Okay. All right. Now I know. California's calling me for some reason. Stack NYC Magazine. Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, 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 welcome. I mean, it's pretty rad. I mean, this is very cool that you're able to just do this, you know? And then you can just keep on sharing videos. You know, you can just keep on running through media and doing whatever you want to do, or you know, and just if you wanted to do, if you were promoting something, right? Like if you had a new documentary out and you just wanted to, or if you had a trailer for a film or something, you could play it while talking over it, or you could probably rig it to do a Zoom call. I could have someone call me on a laptop and then HDMI out of that laptop into here, you know? No to removing the chat. That's interesting. I wonder why you can't do that. Because then it's like you only get this much of the screen anyway if there's words over it constantly, you know? So I figured I would just play the series I did with the Manfrotto Halo. You can check it out on my YouTube channel if you want, if you actually want to watch it. I also wish there was like a timer that showed me how long I've been live for, but there's only a timer for if I recorded this, and I didn't record this. So there's that. Pretty cool though. I'm feeling it. I'm on a web browser. Looks cool from here. Oh, okay, cool. On the web browser, are you able to get rid of the chat, or is it always staying with the chat? I thought there was a way for you guys to tap on the screen when you're on a live and eliminate the chat so you can just like not be interrupted image-wise. I don't know, maybe I think that's always been the problem with this format, is that they're just cramming so much onto a vertical screen. It's a format you're not used to as it is, and then you're just cramming the screen with so much junk. So there's that, yo. Any questions, guys? I think we had a six. I mean, this thing hasn't even gotten warm, which is awesome. So this thing might have some legs. I really, really wish though it had quarter 20s on the top and bottom, because right now I'm like doing this like right angle mount thing, Chat's on the side for me so I can see all the image vertically. Oh, okay, on a browser, okay. Do you think it could work on YouTube while creating content? So they sell a different version of this for non-vertical, like a YOLO box. This is meant so that you can do elevated production to a vertical phone format. So if you want to do something for YouTube, they have another, they have a YOLO box for that as well. But this is really was designed with the vertical social media stuff in mind, which is the one that you really have a problem. If you want to stream to YouTube, you can just go on OBS, which is a free software, and plug all your inputs into that, and you're good to go. You don't really need that. When it comes to Instagram or TikTok or something vertical, you absolutely have a problem. I do notice an audio delay, but not sure if it's due to Bluetooth headphones. I bet you it's due to Bluetooth because I'm actually mic'd into the camera itself. So the camera itself is synced coming out. In fact, I'm watching, and I have, yeah, I'm good. So could also be the platform, you know. I mean, look, it's Instagram, bro. It's Instagram, bro. Later, DK. Whew, man, I am like, yeah, I took my live stream down from yesterday. I just felt like I did a bunch of negative talking on there, and it wasn't I mean, I don't think it was going to help anybody out. I really, you know, yeah. So no, my YouTube live from last night, I took it down. Maybe we'll do it again. Yeah, you're on wired headphones, all good. Yeah, that's what I figured. Bluetooth always has a lag to it. Steffi Jane, welcome. Should I go to Shutterfest? What are you teaching? As of right now, I am on the Shutterfest roster. I might have a job coming up that week that I might have to step off of Shutterfest. I'm not sure yet. But if I'm there, I'm doing the Shutter Drag demo again with like ghosting and streaks and all that. If I'm shooting cinematic portraits, so I'm showing you guys how to make like an environment out of lighting. And I'm showing sculpting with light, how to really refine the way you shape a subject with lighting. I took down the video from last night because I just felt like I was too negative about certain things, and I didn't want to start drama with brands or other creators for when I shouldn't have. I really, you know, it's not good for anyone when you do that. If the chat is an issue, can you move the video up the screen? If I do, then I might as well just do this. To move the video up the screen would mean I'm blocking the top part of the video. I might as well just do this and just play the video and talk over it rather than, you know, rather than doing this. That's all that means, really. All right, man, people don't realize how much it takes to just talk. So much energy just to talk, especially when no one's in the room. You're just talking to a screen, baby. That's what I'm doing. I'm talking to a screen. Talking to a screen. All right, guys, I think I'm going to call it there. Thanks so much for trying this out with me. I appreciate your time. I appreciate your faces. Appreciate your faces, bruh. Do me a favor, check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/lastxwitness. If you're new to my page here, hit follow, like on all the stuff, comment on all the stuff. You know the deal. Hook it up, follow me everywhere. Last X Witness, you can see it right here on the thirds. So yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you on some other media somewhere, sometime, I'm sure. Later.